Hello, everyone. I'm just doing this real quick to first test the video and the sound on the mic is okay. Jeff, you hear it? Hey, Robert Mack. Is the sounds okay? I was just doing this as a test. Are you guys? Hi, Mitch. Are you guys coming up as moderators or no? I don't know how to tell from my end here. Wish I was a little bit more knowledgeable of this stuff. Hey, Tyrone. So it's showing you as a moderator, Jeff. You show as a mod, Mr. Mitch. Hello, Joe. Joe, do you show as a mod? I think I put you as a mod too. I was having a hard time trying to figure out how it worked, but I'll put my glasses on, sitting here pretending like I can read. So, Mr. Mitch, does it show you as a mod? Cool, Joe. Good. Okay, so at least I got some. I forget who suggested it the other day, but I kind of figured it out overnight, or actually last night, on what I needed to do exactly. So I did that. So I did go just to give you a quick update while we're here. No, not a mod. Huh. Okay. I'll go back and see what I can. I don't know if I can do something here or not. No, I could block you. Let's see. I'll have to figure it out. I think I did like 6 or 7. I think I did TTT, Triple T. I did, and I know I did Joe, and I know I did Jeff. I think I did Chris too. Chris, how you doing? Does it show you as a mod too? Hi, Sue. How are you? Boy, everybody came. I thought I was just gonna do a quick test, but this will work. Let me put my glasses. Here I am pretending I can see again. Yes, I know he is. He is the best. You're right, Robert. I will figure out why. It was really weird because when I was doing it, I would press next to somebody's name, and sometimes it would let me go ahead and pick them as a mod, and other times it wouldn't. So it looks like I got most except for Mitch. I will check it out. I think I made Sue a mod too. Sue, does it show you as a mod? I don't know. Like I said, I wish I knew computers and stuff better. Maybe I'll learn. I don't know if in fact, I know I didn't tell you a story. When I did almost 30 years in HVAC and air conditioning, and when my kids were approximately, they're 30-ish now, when they were like 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, so 30 years ago or 20 some odd years ago, maybe a little bit more than that. They might have been younger. The digital controls came out. Just to give you a little, some of you probably know, but it's just a way to control buildings with computer, as far as setting temperatures, boiler temperatures, chiller temperatures, room temperatures. You can control a whole building. I could control a building back in the United States from my laptop here in Thailand. And so I knew nothing about computer stuff. And I went to the first class. It was given by Honeywell, I think. And they gave me a laptop. And I went to the first class on doing it, and then brought the stuff home. They gave me all the stuff, and I'm sitting there completely oblivious to what I was looking at. And both my kids, and I think I want to say they were even younger than that, maybe 5 and 7 or something. and they came up to me and said, "Oh, this is Windows, Dad. We'll show you how to work this." And here I am with my 6, 7, 8-year-old kids showing me how to operate the laptop, which I thought was quite amusing. But yeah, I wish I was a little bit more savvy. I'm just not that savvy on this computer ship stuff. I need to get versed in this better. Let's see. Sue, did you answer? Did I make you a mod? I don't know. Hello, everybody's saying hello to each other, which is great. Where do I live? Chris Yates. I live in Surin, Thailand. I'm from Central California. Hey, Dana, how's it going? Dana, I made you, I think, a mod too. I think I made everybody a mod. Are you showing as a mod? I can't tell on my end. No, okay. I'll check Sue and I'll check Mitch. And I think Dana, I think I made Dana one too. I think I made everybody one that was on the other day. Can't believe I have like 11 people. But appreciate it, everybody. Like I said, I just did this for wanted to see if I had the mod thing. Okay, good. All right, Dana. Hey, how you doing, Dr. B? Cool. Glad to see you here. Well, since I'm on for a second here, anybody have any kind of questions about anything? I did go by the house yesterday. I didn't do any video. I'm going to go again this morning. They did start to put up the upstairs beams, all the wood for it, and I imagine they're going to start doing the steel. And I'm guessing they'll form it up, and I'm thinking maybe Saturday they'll pour the second floor beams. The bank did show up yesterday. They approved everything for the first draw, which I want to say it was $500,000 baht. That I guess it comes to her first, and then she disperses it and gives it to her to the builder, and went over some changes that we wanted made. I wanted 2 sets of steps off the back deck so I could get onto either side of the pond, and a door coming out the side. I don't know if I ever showed. I should show you guys the house and what it looks like. I have the prints right behind me. Maybe I'll do that. But I need a door where a window is going to be, and another window added in the kitchen over where the sink. I don't know, here in Thailand they like to put sinks and stoves and stuff right in front of walls, so you're staring at a wall, and I'm not used to that. I'm old, I guess. But so I'm gonna have them put a window where the sink and the burners and stuff are for the cooking. So when you're cooking or you're doing dishes or whatever, you can actually look out. Not that there's a whole bunch to see, but yeah, let me get them. Hold on. Can you guys see the house? That's it. It's like I said, there's 2 bedrooms upstairs, a bathroom upstairs, 2 bedrooms downstairs, 2 bathrooms downstairs, living room, and kitchen. Pretty standard, I guess. And like I said, I think it's 190 some odd square meters, but I'll show you what I did on the plans. So let's see. Can you guys see that at all? Could I hold it up high enough so you can see it and I can't see? Oh, there we go. I don't know if you can see, but in the back, this here is our back deck. This is going to be a pond. This is where I'm going to put the temporary koi pond out of the way. And this is going to be a 3 meter by 3 meter pool. Then there'll be a green area. This will all be covered. The back of the property. The front of the property. Let me see if I can get my hand out of the way. How many if I do it like this? Let's see. No, wrong way. Okay. Yeah, not very good at this. Anyway, in the front of the house, there's going to be concrete, a goldfish pond, the front entrance. Then there'll be concrete and covered all the way out to the street, and some more green area up front. But the bedrooms, our bedroom's pretty big. I think it's like in U.S. terms. I think it's 18 by 14, and then there's another little area right in front of the bathroom. So I don't know. It's good, perfect size. Don't need anything any bigger than that, I don't think. Let me see. Get caught up on see if anybody's asking anything. Yeah, you'll all be here soon. I hope so, Jeff. I'm waiting. I'm more than happy. I like to entertain, have big barbecues and stuff. So one thing I think I miss being here is my 2-inch steaks. I don't get them very often. What are you going to have a dedicated drinking bar soon? I don't drink. Like I say, if you knew me when I was intoxicated, you wouldn't even talk to me. That's why I haven't been intoxicated in 20 years. I'm lucky I still get to drink. Like I said the other day, I do like my margaritas. Let's see. If I missed anything, just ask again. When the bank comes out to the site, are you billed? Yes. Yeah. She told me. And I said, well, wait, this is your house. How come you're not paying it? She just laughed at me. But yeah, I had to give them $1,000. And it was stupid because we sat there in the boiling heat. There is one little tree across the street where I parked the scooter, and waited for over an hour for him to show. And then finally, when we were going to leave because she was starving, he showed up. And all we did was he went around, took about 8-10 pictures in under 5 minutes, gave him $1,000, and he was gone. So I told her, next time you tell him he can come take the pictures, I'll give one of the workers the $1,000, and you give it to him. And I think in the beginning, I want to say it was 4,000 baht for them to first come out and look at the property to give the loan. Then there's going to be, I think, five draws, so another 5,000 baht, which, $30 for the guy to come out and take a look. But he didn't spend 5 minutes there, which is neither here nor there. It's fine. Yeah, I might have a bridge. I'm debating, Dana. I might have one. It's going to be after the fact. Both of the backyard is small. The property's small, but what I'm going to do is I have to wait to build the pond and the oversized plunge pool, jacuzzi, whatever you want to call it, 3 meter by 3 meter. I can actually start the pond or the pool one. The pond, though, I'm coming right up to the edge of the property. I'm trying to get it as big as I can. So I'm not going to do that until after the walls are done, after the inspector or the bank and everybody's been out there, whatever they need to do are gone. Then I will start the pond. I'm going to use basically her family, which I use. I think I touched on it the other day, the one that helped me put the temporary ponds together, him and one of his friends. And they need money because he's out of work, and his wife does work, but she doesn't make much money. So I'll help them out a little bit. And I want to build it the way I want to build it. I've got my design that I drew up with the way I want the bottom drains, and I want everything to work, settling tanks and moving bed filters and, Japanese mat. And I have some stone in there too. And a lot of people don't use stone anymore. It's an old Japanese type thing, and I just like to include it. There'll also be oyster shells to help the balance of the water as far as KH and GH. Anyway, I'm rambling about koi stuff. A lot of people aren't interested in that. Let's see. And Bill, how you doing? I have just started watching. What did you just start watching? Mine? Enjoy your videos on the house, Bill. Thanks, Robert. How do you like? I really like Surin, Chris. Like I said the other day, I'm just God, I like the ocean. I think teacher said I was from Malibu. No, San Fernando Valley. Did I go to the beach? Yes. Was I a surfer? I tried it, but I was more considered, I think, on the biker, lowrider aspect of things back then. But I did try surfing. I had a board. I had a longboard, but I wasn't any good at it. So we ended that. But I do like Seren. She has pretty much given, before we got married and before we even started going out, when we were just talking, I just said, I realize I really like you. Obviously I did. And I just, I Jones for going to the beach. That's why I went to Phuket. I like being close to the water and taking the rides in the morning and the walks and that kind of stuff. So she has pretty much already said, I told her, I said, if I want to go, I'll just take off and go for 3-4 days. I have the money to be able to fly wherever I want and go for little vacations. Or if she wants to go, we'll do a couple of that. We've been to a lot of beach, Hua Hin. We've been to a couple, 3-4 islands, Khoi Mak, Koh Chang, I think. It's probably about my favorite. We've been there twice I did a couple videos. I think I touched on that too the other day. But so I just did that. But what I found was I thought that, when you're with somebody, and now I know it's only been a year and a half, but you got to remember, once my wife passed, I never thought that, did I want to find somebody to live my days out with? Yeah. Did I think it was going to be love and all that? No. Thought it would be at the best companionship. But when I go home more, I like a couple of times I've left and I've done it for like a week, and 3-4 days in, I want to see her. So if as long as I keep it down to 3 or 4 days, like I think my next trip is, she won't let me go. It's hard to say. A woman won't let me go somewhere. Anyway, it's because she's right. She doesn't want me, I'm still, I don't want to say frail, but I definitely would not like to get that illness. So she doesn't want me, because I would already took off on my scooter to Rayong and seen teacher. I would definitely want to go there. So that'll probably be the first place. I have a good friend that I met in Kamala that's living in Udon now. So I want to go there. So the next journeys that we have will probably be to one of those two places. Let me see if I try to catch up. You like them? I appreciate it, guys. I don't think I'm very good at this stuff, but I appreciate all the support. And I don't know, did you ever answer, Robert? I didn't look back, but where are you going to end up coming? I think I typed something in there where you were going to, or maybe it was in teachers stream about coming to Thailand. Where's he going to be? I know you told me, but like I said, I'm old and forgetful. But I hope to meet up with most everybody that's going to be coming here. I haven't met, like I said, I haven't gotten that monumental first troll yet, so I don't know how I'm going to handle that. But everybody else that's been on here has been nothing but supportive, and when you do, you're more than welcome to come, and I'll show you every inch of Seren. Not that there's a bunch, but I don't know. I like Isan. What I told her I really wanted to do was I have maybe an extra 10 or 12, 14,000 baht I can throw away each month. And what I wanted to do was get a place like in Rayong. Like I think teacher said today, there was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in a gated community with a community pool and a gym and everything else for 8,000 baht or something stupid. Something like that, or a condo close to the water, which I know I can get now, and go ahead and get that in for a year, someplace that I can go maybe even once a month with or without her, and just kind of hang. But she says it's a bad idea. I should just spend the money and go to different places, which I do that too. But it's kind of nice to have a place of my own that I can go to. Let's see what else is here. Am I missing anything? Everyone. Hey, Stuck, I just saw you. How are you? I think I made you a moderator too. Are you showing as a moderator, Stuck? That's what this little short video was supposed to, our live stream was supposed to be about. But I guess I need the time if I ever get up to 1,000 subscribers. What do I have now? 200 and something hours. I guess I need 4,000. I don't know if I'll ever get to that, but let's see. And Rabbit News, how you doing? If I missed anything, put it back in again. Robert had a longboard. Used to hit Malibu. Couldn't surf. Yeah, me either. Me either, Robert. Sounds like we were brought up right around the same lines. Chris, kind of feel like Thailand's economy hasn't. I think when I first started coming here, it's been 2.5 years now, I think. I want to say that I did get a little bit more for my money, and as far as in USD. I want to say I was getting like 32, 33, and now I do most. I could probably do better, but I have a Chase Bank account in the United States, and they give me a pretty good rate. If I transfer 5,000 American dollars, they don't charge me anything. And if I transfer under that, they give me they charge me $5, so $5. So I thought that was pretty reasonable. Everybody's saying get this account, that account, and they give me a decent exchange rate. I think it's like maybe 3/4 of a baht under what it is. So if it's like 30, I pay, or they give me like 29.2, something like that. So it isn't that bad. I'm sure that there's probably cheaper places to live. I haven't completely checked into everything, but I hear Vietnam is real cheap. But Vietnam has a bad taste in my mouth from my era. But I heard it's nice. I want to visit. I'll go and look at it, but I don't think I'd want to stay there. I just like the Thai people. I like the Thai government. That's like when I went to Costa Rica. It's like they don't even have an army. It's like a woman president, and at that time, and I don't think they had an army even. But I like Thailand. I still think I don't know. I have more than enough money to live my life out, and I know that there's a lot of people that don't. But I did a video on can you live here on Social Security or Social Security disability. And I think if you're a single person, and especially if you come to Isan or if you go to Chiang Rai, Chiang Mai, the cheaper areas of Thailand, it's no problem to be able to live here on $1,200, $1,400, $1,600 a month Social Security. Yeah, I just, again, I think I said it in there. You could probably get by being a smoker and spending 60 baht a pack and 2 packs a day or whatever. But if you're a drinker and you're going to drink 5, 6, 8, 10 drinks or 10 beers a night, you need another 1,600. But I think it's a good place, Chris. Let's see, Mr. Mitch, you guys are talking. Start again. I hit my head again. Did he back in the day, or when did he work with the military, Robert? You could be my troll, Joe. At least I'd have a good one, Okay, what am I missing here? Wife had a house in Vietnam, south of Saigon. I met veterans who lived there. There's a lot of veterans were were outside of Saigon. Ah, okay, makes sense. So obviously now I'm finding out, now making more sense. Your wife is Vietnamese, um, and but you're going to be coming. You both are going to be living in Thailand, or are you going to be going to Vietnam? I don't know. I don't think anybody said, but the video and the sound are okay. Falling asleep. How do I ring the bell? Send me money, and then I'll ring the bell for you, Steve. LOL. Uh, what else was there? Mr. Mitch, the sound and the video is good or okay. I know it's still on my iPhone 8. I don't know how to do. I was going to try to do it through my GoPro 9, but I don't think it's worth it. And the microphone, from what I heard on the playback and stuff, the microphone sounded pretty decent. And like I said, I think it's a $6 microphone from Lasada that plugs into my iPhone. I'm really actually impressed with the little thing. Stuck in, good video and sound. Okay, cool. Thanks, Chris. What else? So hopefully, like I said, on the house part, could you guys, I didn't see, could you guys see the house at all when I was holding the plans up there, or was it too distorted? In Vietnam and Thailand, I had a retirement visa, which has expired. I go back and forth. So you've been stuck in California since February. Yeah, if I wouldn't have gotten uh, sick, I would have been stuck with you, because I went in 2019. I went in October to actually put my wife's ashes in the ocean, and then came back, and I was scheduled to go again either the end of January or the beginning of February, and then of course I was in ICU, and I would have got stuck there in California with you. So correct. Ah, cool. Where are you at, Bill? Where do you live? Well, definitely when you get here, Robert, wherever you are, let me know and we'll meet up for something. Either I'll come, hopefully, if I can travel, I wouldn't mind coming to Vietnam with somebody there that actually knew about Vietnam. That would help, because I don't know anything. I don't think my wife does. But yeah, I'd love to meet up with everybody. You could see, Chris, the plans. Okay, well, you got to, maybe I'll do like a little video with my good camera and take close-ups of each one of them, just put it up in case people are interested in looking at the house. 2012. That is sad, Jeff. I know you probably want to, though, don't you? Um, I don't know. I've been quite a few places in my life, and Thailand, I got no complaints about anything. I mean, the people are great. The food's phenomenal. The price is right. Um, it's definitely the place I'm going to die. I'm not. I'm not going back. So I'm going to die here in Thailand. My mom wants me to get some kind of a. I guess they have an insurance thing that if you die in a foreign country and you have this insurance policy, they will take your remains or burn you and send you back to the United States, all in this policy. She wants me to. She wants me to get that. I guess she wants me back in the United States when I do go. I'm sure my wife here is going to have something to say about that. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, and like I said, Mitch, what I'm going to do, I think, is I've got a D70 Canon and I've got my M3 mirrorless. and they both take good quality photos. I think maybe I'll take some and just post them up in a little short video and actually leave the camera on each page for, 10 seconds, 20 seconds each. So in case somebody wants to look at the plans, more than welcome to look at them. Yes, definitely, Robert. Definitely. Cool. Yeah. And I'm hoping to get back to the U.S. this year, too. I've got some stuff I want to do with my retirement, which I haven't gotten yet. And I want to set it up so I have the ability. I retired from the Operating Engineers Union out of Frisco. I did 7 years with them, and I can take less money. I think I touched on this the other day, and want to make sure that my wife now gets it. So if I take less, and when I die, she gets the same amount of money until she dies, and it's about 2.5 times what she makes at TOT, and she makes a good living according to Thai people. It's a good living. 3 years in Thailand, 69 to 74. 1 month in 2006, but all the rest of the time with my late wife in the U.S. for 40-some. Wow. So are you planning on coming here, Bill, and living or retiring, or you just going to stay in the U.S. and just visit? We're stuck. What did stuck say? Yeah, and that's what I did too. It was really weird too. Tell you kind of an interesting story. Probably the hardest thing in my life that I ever had to do was watch my wife die, and I don't wish it on anybody. But anyway, at the end of it, she died, and I didn't know what to do. I mean, first off, I don't know, stupidly, we never even talked about dying. And then like I only found out 5 days before she passed that she was definitely going to die, because she had the bone marrow transplant and she had complications, but they never came out and said, yeah, she's going to die. So they did 5 days. So we didn't have that much time together, because all the family came and spent the last 3-4 days of her life with me at the hospital in Stanford. But when we got done, I didn't know what to do, so I called my mom, and she's really into Catholic, the churches in the San Fernando Valley, and she's the one that's I call it the death squad. If anybody dies in the church, she orchestrates their, everything, the ceremonies, everything. So she got me the name of a couple of places to have, to do a cremation. We did talk about we wanted to be cremated. There was no reason to do anything but that. And I remember I was sitting outside smoking like a banshee, of course, and by myself, tears coming out my eyeballs. And I said, well, I better do something. They're only going to keep her here, so long. So of all places, I got on Google and Googled cremation. And there was a place, and I forget the name of it now. I did everything online. And I think it was going to cost me like, I don't know, 6,000, 7,000, 5,000. And they charged me like $1,500. And they did everything. And they were the nicest people and the most considerate. They set up everything. I actually got her sent to me at my home in Bass Lake, her ashes. And they did everything, and they kept me appraised of everything that was happening, because I really didn't care. She was really religious. It was what made her strong. She was not scared of dying. She was more afraid of leaving me alone than what I would do. But she was not afraid. She knew where she was going and what was going to happen to her. So she didn't. We believe that once you're dead, you're dead. I mean, your body's just a nothing. So people say, well, how did you trust you're going to get that? I said, really wasn't that important to me, but so they like I said, along the whole way, we just picked up your wife from the hospital, and we very respectfully transferred her to this, and they notified me we just were getting her ready. We're going to, do it tomorrow, and then they let me know when they put it in the mail, and please let us know when you receive. And there was a nice letter and everything. It was really nice. I didn't have to do anything, is what was the good thing to me. Like I said, it wasn't the way that my wife came across. She was a Christian. It was just a vessel. It was not a big deal. So, and I thought of it that way too. So, did I want to have her ashes and put them with her brother in the ocean where we put in Oxnard, where we put him? Yes, she wanted that. So that's what I did. But anyway, it was it could be a real trying time. It just sucks. I got my ex-wife, the one that had my children, who I just absolutely hate. The woman made my life miserable, and I wouldn't wish that on her. Let's see, what am I missing? I'm horrible at trying to figure out where I'm at, out of curiosity. Yeah, they have spigots. I'll tell you one thing, which I was a little bit naive to, but it costs almost 10,000 baht just to get the water to the property. I am also going to spend an extra 20,000 baht and have them drill a well on the property. I'm going to put in an extra tank and then a solar panel for the solar pump and everything for that. But they charge you 10,000 just to bring the water to the property, and it's only right down the street. There's a house that isn't that far away. Cool, Mitch. Looking forward to meeting you too, Mitch. Well, I guess. Oh, okay. So when I click on these, they show up. It's amazing how stupid I am sometimes. I remember we cremated over there. Yes. And I don't really, my wife's going to take care of all that in the Buddhist way, I guess. Like I say, it really doesn't matter to me. Once I'm gone, I don't care what they do with me. I'll be gone. 3 years down. Okay, I saw that one. I don't think they. Yeah, they have. Well, their spigots are a little bit different than what I'm used to in the United States, but it's still an on-off switch. What did I do here? It jumped on me. See, I'm way behind on this stuff. Florida. She passed almost 5 years ago, and some of her. Wow. Yeah, I never really realized. I mean, I have kind of a grip on it, but do I mourn my wife every day? Every day I mourn that woman. But do you ever get over it? No. Do you learn to live with it? Yes, most definitely. But do you ever get over it? No. I never realized that it was going to be that tough. I didn't think so. I'm waiting for my SSDI to go through. Then I'm off to the races. Cool, Jeff. Looking forward to meeting you. Where are you gonna come when you? Where are you gonna go when you come here? Where in Thailand? I never wanted. yeah, no kidding. Huh? Understandable. Mr. Mitch is the man. Yeah, curveballs, ain't that the truth? I've had one of obviously the greatest pitchers in the world throwing them at me since I was 18. Before 18, my life was pretty easy. When I turned 18, it turned to shit. Yeah, so hopefully we can all get together. I'm planning on doing this channel till I die. But even if I only have 100 subscribers, I don't care. Like I said, I like it. The people that I've met, like everybody that's on here right now, all nice people. I don't meet anybody here. The only people that I talk to is my 8 or 10 friends and family in the United States. Yeah, it looks like a nice area to me. Like I said, if it wasn't, she has her job in what I did find out, and now building the home, I don't know if she'll even think about it, but uh, she works for TOT. Can she? Could she get a transfer to? She could get a transfer to any TOT, Hua Hin, Rayon, Batea, Bangkok, any place that TOT has an office. You have to wait for it, and will it ever come through? Don't know. But the hard part is she's been there 20 years now, and the same people, and they're almost like family to her. So I don't think it's going to be possible for me. But I think Rayong's a good place. You know where else I was? Where Joe is. I spent time down in Hua Hin, and then I took a scooter and drove down to Pachuap Currycon, where Foreigner Joe is, and Gift, and did that interview with them. Um, I really liked that area. It was really nice. It all depends, Jeff, what you. I'm not into. I don't even know how old you are, but I'm not into the parties and all night long, stay up and drinking and women and carousing. I did that. You know, I did so much of it. I don't. I did enough in my life that I don't need any more. But I like it. I'm lucky with my wife. I get up early. I get up at 5 a.m. My wife gets up about 7, and she goes to work at 8:30. And then we usually are in bed by 9 o'clock, 8:30, 9 o'clock, at least laying there. And we'll watch TV. She never wants, oh, we need to go out. We need to go here. We need to go there. That would be more of a burden to me than anything else. Yeah, Sue, every minute, every minute. Never take anything for granted. I did it, and I regret it with my wife. That was another biggest problem about her is it makes you look back and I could have done this, I should have done that, coulda, shoulda, woulda, myself to death, especially the first year. Now I'm a little bit easier on myself, but I was pretty hard on myself for a while. Yes, day by day, you bet. I don't know how I keep making this thing some places. Am I even close to caught up? Do you think you will? Maybe. Actually, she has one of the TOT puts those little, what are they, CCTV deals? They sell them also. And we have 2 of them. One of them is actually overlooking the pond and out the front driveway, the temporary pond. And actually, at the new house, I probably um, will put them in outside. If for any reason, when we do go away, I can still look at the koi and see if there's any problems, even though her mom and dad will probably stay at the house if we do go anywhere. So yes, Steve, there will be a koi cam. Yes, it is. Awesome idea. Okay, we'll give Chris the credit for it, and when we put it up, we'll call it Chris's koi cam. How about that? I'm all for that. I love my koi. So peaceful, But you up, Kirk, kind of. Yeah, I agree, Mitch. I really liked it. I really enjoyed it. Oh, now the dogs are going crazy because I got a speaker truck going down my street. Yes, definitely, Robert. Me too. Yeah, stuck. I don't know if you guys have been there. Oh, I'm caught up. Huh? Son of a bitch. It's I really liked it. Like I said, it's nice and low key and easy going, beautiful mountains, um, uh, ocean, everything. It's got everything. And the town is pretty good size. Can you hear that? The dogs really enjoy it. Sorry about that, guy. But yeah, I like the chew up. In fact, that would probably be my first choice if I was to go somewhere. But I don't, like I said, I don't think it's going to happen. God, I'm caught up again. Thanks, Mitch. Yeah, they're cool. It's really it's a pain in the ass. A lot of people have a hard time with keeping koi. A lot of them think it's more like goldfish. You can do anything to them in the world and they're not going to die. Not true. They've been so interbred that they're quite fragile, actually. Can you keep them? Yeah. My biggest thing that I learned over 30 years ago, was watching the water. If you make sure that all your parameters are good with the water that they're living in, you won't have any problem. I really enjoy it. Like I said, I've had them in that temporary pond for over a year now. Now when I get them in the pond there and it's 6-7 feet deep, they'll get a lot better body shape and stuff, being able to go down deep, and they can get away a little bit from the heat of the day. It'll all be covered back there also. And then also where I don't know if you saw, but on the back part of the property, right off the deck, there's a 3 meter by 3 meter area where the temporary koi pond's going to go while I build the other one. She also gave me she wants a guest house there. So a 3 meter by 3 meter with a rooftop deck on it. It's actually pretty cool. All glass, has a bathroom in it. It'll have an air conditioner. We'll put like 2 or 3 couches in there, and basically just for guests. I know everybody will want to come. Ready, Jeff? So they'll have a good little front deck on there too that overlooks the pond. The upper deck overlooks the whole property, and it's 170,000 baht, I believe, delivered. It's small enough to be delivered where they just, I guess, set some concrete stuff and just set the little house on it. And then that's going to pretty much take up every inch of that property. I am trying to look at buying next door. 2 pieces down, the guy wanted 1.2 million for it. But when we were there yesterday, her brother said, the builder said, that a couple he showed it to, he came down to 900. So I was hoping that I could buy the one next to it, same size as ours, for 800. I think that between me and her, we might be able to swing that. Especially if I sell a piece of property in the United States, it would be no problem. But and that's what I want to try to do. Jeff, you're ready, right? You bet, buddy. Let's see. Anything else? 11 people. I think we had 13 at one time. We're really getting up there now. Hopefully I get some subscribers. I don't really know how to. The only place that's actually where I've gotten my most subscribers is from other YouTubers, from Teacher and Joe. And I might get quite a few from Joe. He said when I talked to him on the phone the other day, like I said in the last live stream, he's 1 week behind me on building his. This is a one story. You probably watch his channel. If not, you should. He changed it over. He closed his channel down, and now he has a channel with Gift. So it's Foreigner Joe and Gift, or Gift and Foreigner Joe. So they have one channel now. But all the old videos he's going to bring back. He's already brought back a couple of them. Well, one of them is going to be of me with my interview, and he's also going to give me a shout out and all the, pin it and my channel and all that. So I could possibly get quite a few people from that. Yeah, I don't know that the likes, that they matter, right? That they help your channel or something. Like I said, I'm really naive. I just found out, was it a couple of weeks ago, that I needed the 4,000 hours, and I knew I needed some time and something else, but I didn't know exactly what I needed. Now I know I need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of that. But I'll do these live streams every once in a while. This one's only the next day, but I had 2 large koi pens here, and eerie. But after my wife passed, I have much energy to keep up. Yeah, I bet. The electric bill. Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying what's so good, Bill, about having them having them here in Thailand. It almost makes it ease free. Um, it's probably hard. Your wife probably enjoyed the fish too, but the uh, the electricity here is very reasonable. The temperature is perfect. Here in Surin, it gets a little bit cold. I didn't experience that in Phuket. Phuket, it was always hot. Here, from I want to say the end of December, middle of December till now, we're still having cool nights. And I mean, for a while when I was here, I thought I'd never be able to shut off my air conditioner at night. And now I do. I turn a fan on and open the door. It'll start getting warm here, I guess, according to my wife, pretty soon. Let's see. I was telling my wife I'm tired of pain. Yeah, yeah. That's why when I said when I was talking yesterday about the my son and going up to Central California, wasn't my first choice. Not any place in California. The mountains, yeah. The Sierras, yeah. California, no. Taxes, everything else, California sucks. I got to run. All right, Mitch, take care. Thanks for everything, man. You're the best. Tyrone is so much better these days with Thailand YouTubers. 2018 was toxic. Yeah, I had just started to um, look at YouTubers uh, in Thailand in the beginning, end of 2017 and through 18. And basically, I wasn't really looking at any kind of YouTubers for any kind of influence on what they had to say, what they were. I wanted to look at what was the area they lived like. Was it low key? Was it a small city? Was it close to the ocean? Was the price right? Of course, Phuket was expensive, but like I said, I had more money than most probably to go to. Um, so I did get an idea from Phuket from watching YouTubers. I thought Mitch stayed up forever. What the heck's going on, Mitch? They tell me you don't sleep. He is a great guy, man. I can't. I'm really looking forward to meeting all of you and Mitch especially. Uh, he's a good guy. I know it. Um, Chris has to go too. Robert, man, I have to run. All right, Chris. Thanks for coming. See y'all. Uh, and I guess so. We still got 10. Up to you guys. If you wanted me to keep rambling on, let me know. If not, we'll shut it down. Either way, I'm retired. Doesn't matter to me. But if you guys want to hear more or have some more questions, by all means, put it in there. If not, we'll call it a live stream and I'll do another one in a few days. Yeah, I've got two two of my friends moved. One of them moved to Havasu, Robert, and the other one moved to Phoenix, Scottsdale area. And the one that moved to the Phoenix, Scottsdale area was actually when I was talking the other day before I went up to Central California. I helped someone start an air conditioning company in California. That was him. And 10 years ago, um, he moved to Phoenix and started an air conditioning company. So I still, and like I said, both of them are friends of mine. They're friends that I've had since I was in sixth grade. When I was 15, there was 5 or 6 of us that all got Honda 350s, and we tore it up at 15 and a half. They would give you your permit that said, oh, you cannot ride after dark with the passenger. You can't ride passengers. And of course, the first thing we did was ride after dark with passengers in the San Fernando Valley. And then when I turned 16, only 6 months I had that, I bought my first Harley, my 1000cc Sportster with a full Springer front end, struts. What a Wasn't the greatest bike I ever did. And then when I turned 17 and a half, I built my first Panhead. Was actually on the cover of Iron Horse magazine, and I worked for a company that made aftermarket Harley parts, frames, tanks, everything, springers. So I used all their parts. Actually built it for their son. He was in the Navy. He got it in the magazine. He did the article with it, and then he had a fire in his garage, and it was red metal flake, and it got just the paint got a little browned. So I bought it for almost nothing. He gave it to me pretty much, and I took it all apart and painted it blue metal flake. I actually like the red better. And I drove that bike. It was a 62. I drove that bike for almost 10 years. I lived on it for a year and a half, probably learned more about life in that one year and a half on the road than I have in my whole life. It was back in the day when life was a little bit different. But anyway, yeah, let's see, is anybody asking anything, or they want me to shut up? Let's see where we're at. Wow. Okay. Yes, please. Do koi eat? I use just a koi food. I buy a good quality one. You can get real cheap foods, but if they don't have the right amount of protein and fats and everything in them, they could actually do more harm than good. So you want to spend a little bit of money on food. I get it delivered from Lasada. It's pretty reasonable. I think I pay 1,000 baht for I want to say it's 14 kilo, big bag, last couple months or something. I watch some YouTube that say Thailand. I wouldn't listen to him, Jeff. I don't think it's finished. Is it if you're thinking about it as the person is saying, oh yeah, it's finished. I came here 25, 30 years ago, and I could live here for $8. No, it's not the same. But as far as the country, the government, the people, and everything, infrastructure, all that kind of stuff, I think Thailand's the place, man. Some people aren't going to have a choice. If you only have if you're retired or retiring and you only have Social Security and you're only getting, $750 a month or $800 a month, you'd probably be hard pressed. Could you probably live in Thailand? You probably could, but I wouldn't do it. But you might be able to live in Vietnam. I don't know. I just heard Vietnam is cheaper to live. But as far as like I said, infrastructure, the roads, everything I've seen in Thailand, I got no problem. And what is it down to? 29 to the dollar, US dollar now? Or I know at one point when I looked to do an exchange, it went back up, but it was like 28.5 from Chase, which means it was at 29.5 on the market. But I don't know. I don't think so. I've heard that same thing, Jeff, as far as people saying that. But I guess this is my outlook. If you want to believe me, or I would suggest to anybody, come here and check it out, man. Look and see. I tried to give an honest opinion of things, but is it the same as living here, coming here 30 years ago? No. Was Costa Rica the same 30 years ago? Hell no. I don't think you could live in Costa Rica now. The only thing that was cheap in Costa Rica when I was there in 2015 for 8 months was the real estate or condos and stuff like that. You could live in. That was the cheapest part of being there. Food and transportation and all that other stuff, way off. Let's see. Are you live streaming on YouTube? No. The live streams will help. Yeah, it'll help me get the hours. No, I thought I wasn't. I heard that I could live stream with YouTube on my laptop, but I haven't figured out how to use the webcam on my laptop. Is absolute crud. That's the nicest word I could think of. So, but I heard that I could use it. I just using the free StreamYard I think they let me stream up to, I don't know, 4 hours or something if I want to. So I don't know. And then it's $20 a month if I really want to get it. But I'm hoping that I can get the 1,000 subscribers and get the hours, and then I can just use the YouTube off my phone. Because the phone quality I think is pretty good. This 8 I've had for obviously a long time, but I've dropped it 5 million times. This case that I have it in, I haven't broken the glass once. It's been a good phone, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Let's see. All right, Bill. Where most of my problems. Yeah, yeah. And for people like my mom and stuff like that, as far as taxes, it's crippling. I think she gets, I don't know, minimal amount of Social Security. Luckily, we have my grandma's house and a property, and she gets the income from that. So she lives okay. She's 88. In fact, her birthday was Valentine's Day, and she does all right. But it can cripple people, that are on fixed incomes, and all of a sudden their taxes, double or something. Yeah, I've been going to the river for God a long time. We go to Lake Havasu too. Um, we didn't even I don't even know if there was such a thing as college break back then. We just would go there, and yeah, were there a lot of college kids? Yes, it was great there until all of a sudden guys thought that they could start having their way with women without the women's consent, rape, I guess. And we beat up a couple of guys on the beach that were giving women hard times, but it ruined the river for me. It made it, I didn't like it. I went there for like, I want to say 15 years. And then we, of course, we always went to Bass Lake. But all right, Tyron, take it easy. I guess everybody's kind of fallen off. But it's been, let's see what else. See if I got a couple of questions here. What do we have? By stuck. Okay, see you later, stuck. All right, where am I at? Is this it? What's Jeff say? Have you ever been to the Iron Horse Saloon? No, I've never been to Florida. Out of all the states in the Union, I've been across country 3, 4, 5 times, and I think I went through the top part of Florida once. My stepdad had all of his relatives were from Hartwell, Georgia, but we went across country 2 or 3 times. My rest of my family is in Connecticut, and let's see. KTM. Huh? Yeah, we had dirt bikes in the day too. A lot of old stuff, bull tacos, stuff you don't hear about anymore. Got to show my age. Though everything that I say, we had a great time. When I was 12, how old are you when you're in junior high school? Like 11, 12, 13, right? Or 14, something like that. We all had, before we got the 350 Hondas, we all had Honda 90s that we made. That was the only bikes that we could afford, our little set group of 5, 6, 7 people. And we, over at my friend's house, his dad was quite the mechanic, and we knew nothing about motors. He did. And we took them apart, and the way that we tried to do the valve timing and get a little more horsepower out of them was we would take them apart. He would weld and braze the lobes on the cams and grind them to what he thought would be good. And we'd put it back together, see if it ran any better, do some adjustments. If it didn't, we'd pull the cam back out and either build it up or the duration longer or, anything like that. But I drove mine. I got in trouble when I think I was 12. I got tired of riding my bicycle to junior high. So one morning, my mom would go to work at uh, she worked from 6 to 2, so she would leave like 5:30. So I got up and decided I'm not going to ride my bike today. So I hopped on my Honda 90 and drove that to junior high school, parked it in the bike rack, and they came and grabbed me out of class. I think in first or second period or whatever it was, and then called my mom, and she had to come down. And weird back then, instead of making somebody else, they let me get on the bike, and I was about 3 miles from my house to Sutter to school, and they let me just drive it on home, take it home. Don't do it again, please. Let's see, some doesn't drink. I bought a motorcycle after the second trip to Thailand. I love MSX 125. I bought one here in the U.S. and put over, wow, and therefore a KTM. You can't have time. Yeah, I mean, I have my scooters too. I bought that STM. Was it 300 GTX I or something? I love it. I've had it for I think over 2 months now, 3 months maybe. It's great. I had my PCX before, which I really like, but I really like that STM. It's almost perfect for scooters. I haven't really decided on what I want motorcycle wise. Do I want to spend the money and get a Harley? I don't think so. I've been riding Harleys, like I said, since I was 16 years old. So I still have some back in the United States. I think you can go live on YouTube at home. No, I think I can, Robert. The only thing is I will try, but I want to try. They say that I can get. I went on YouTube and put in. Can I use my GoPro 9 as a webcam? And there is a way to do that. And there's one I haven't done it obviously. And my M3 Canon mirrorless, there's a way to do that too, to tie it into my computer. So I will check into that and do it. It would be a lot easier. The phone, it's still pretty easy. I don't know. I think that the quality is okay, right? Quality and the sound are okay. Stuck at home. Yeah, I think you're right, Chris. Jeff's talking to the floor. I think Stuck is Stuck still here, or did he leave? Good luck with you. Thank you very much, Chris. The internet here is phenomenal, Joe, because she works for TOT, which is the government internet and cable service. So I think our internet connection is, I think it's 200 up and down. I don't know. I told her I wanted the best, but Thai women, well, it costs too much for this, so we'll get this one. But I haven't had any problems with it. It seems to be really good. Last time I checked it, I think it was 200 up and down. And how I know that term is because she told me, not because I know anything about computers or internets. Indian Dunes, yeah, you bet. You bet. Yeah, maybe 16. Yeah, I had a what did I have? I had a 500, right? Did they make the one that was street legal, 2-cylinder? I want to say it's flashing in my brain, a 1980, and it was a 500, but it was a street legal 500. The XL was street legal, right? It was a two lung Honda. Thing was awesome bike, and I had it for about 2 or 3 years when I lived in Agua Dulce. I had a Taco too, and I had up until should have, about 2 years ago, I had three, and I decided my son didn't want them, and I had one that was rare. I had one that was a 1969 4-speed with a clutch. The other two with the automatics, and I sold them to a guy for actually quite a bit of money because, like I say, the 4-speed was in excellent condition, and the 2 or 3 automatics. I had 4 or 5 frames and motors, and I messed around with them when I was younger, but I loved those little Trail 70s. But they're expensive. Cool. I appreciate it. I'm glad to hear that. All right, Stuck. But I think I'm caught up. Son of a gun. Well, I guess I'm making hours anyway. Still 7 people. So, did you know any bikers in Sunland, Tujunga back in the day? Yeah, most of. I was affiliated with some other things, but most of the ones in Sunland, Tujunga, and moving out, I think, were Vagos, and I didn't know too many of them. The Satan Slaves and the Hells Angels in SFV. I later on in life, I was kind of close with them. I was mainly, up until I was about 35, almost 40 years old, I was a loner, always by myself, always rode by myself. Didn't want to be affiliated with any clubs. And then I kind of got changed by a couple of friends that were in the club, and ended up prospecting for them for almost 11 months. And then just about ready to get patched in, I was a prospect. And my wife said, no, I think you're heading down the road. That's what I was saying the other day. I was heading down the wrong road, and we ended up moving up to Central California. And like I said, I think the best thing I ever did. Not that I have anything against it. The 1%ers and stuff, which I considered, that was what I was back then, 20 years ago. It would have been an okay lifestyle for me if I was a single man, no children, no wife, because you're basically gone all the time. And was it a bad life? No, not necessarily. If it was what you wanted to do, I just listened to my wife and decided that it was better to go up there. And like I said, I think good decision on my part. I would have never had spent the quality of time that I spent with my wife. I would have never got to spend. Let's see. I met the owner of the Iron Horse about 20 years ago. Excuse me. Wow. Yeah, I really wanted to go to Florida. I had a bunch of friends that wanted me to ride down there Sturgis time and go down to Florida for Bike Week, I think they called it. And I never did. I should have. I know it would have been a good time. Sun Valley. Yeah. I never had any trouble with them, even when I was riding with the other club. Mongols, yes. In fact, the year that I left, and I would have made member in a month. The year after that, the Laughlin run was the one where they had the big fight and shootout inside the hotel. And what freaked me out is I made some good friends. A lot of them were good guys. Were there some guys that weren't? Yeah, but all the guys in SFV I really liked. And when I turned it on, I'm watching it, and I don't know if anybody watched that, but there was a scene where there was a bunch of Hells Angels face down on a piece of concrete. That was like the opening shot of the news report, and they weren't moving, and they were all SFV members, all people I knew, and I freaked out. And then I saw them move, and then I called my friend that was a member, and you guys all right, and that kind of stuff, and they were okay. But see, that kind of stuff would have killed my wife. She would, I put her through enough hell in my life. That I'm glad that I left. Yeah, rock store, you bet, all the time, pretty much almost every weekend. Best thing about the rock store was sitting up there watching people try to come in around the turn down and lose their bikes. Uh, Not a very nice thing to say, but that was what we went there for. You were there, huh? Yeah. It. I went to. Where did I go to? Two of them. I think I went to two of them. One as a prospect and one as a hang around. But it. I don't know. It's another. It's an aspect of my life. I would never get too explicit on what it's all about, but I don't regret it. Um, when I went to the USA run back then, it was in Missoula, Montana, and they always get a bunch of negative press. And when we went there, the hotel that we were staying in was actually the same hotel that the FBI was staying in. All their black SUVs were there, and when you'd be out riding, they'd be driving along with SUVs and vans and taking video out. But a couple of the guys stopped us when we were walking through the hotel, and of course, no one really was into cops too much. But the guys said, we just love this is FBI. We just love coming to these events. Now they had the FBI, they had Utah police, they had Montana police, and they had some Nevada, another police department there. And the FBI said, we love to come. It's almost like a vacation for us because they never cause any problems. It's always the stupid people that start the problems. And we spend our time off in the pool and nice hotels and never have to get involved in anything, pretty much. And it's pretty much true. If you check it out, there might be 2 or 3 fights at a run or something. And it's because, somebody came up and asked, a Hell's Angel, how many people do you have to kill, to get here? And of course they're going to get hit. But it wasn't for me. And like I said, it was the right choice. I get tired of paying too much for it. Yeah, no kidding. I remember when I was doing air conditioning was when I was still doing service in the field, which was about the first 10 years. The last 17 years or so, 18 years, I was inside the office or out in the field too, but not doing service. And we got to go ahead. I don't know if you remember in Southern California, but and probably everywhere, they had the gas lines, and you had to wait in line to get gas. If you were a service person, had a service truck and a name of a company on the side, you could get gas quicker, which you did. But and luckily, I didn't have to pay for any gas the whole time I was there. I just ran it through the company. But yeah, me too. I don't even know where they all are. I think I gave them all away. I had a bunch of shirts. I just don't wear them anymore. Yeah. And the biggest thing with me is, like I said, I don't regret it. It just wasn't for me. I thought it was, and like I said, if I would have been single and not had my kids being young and my wife, I probably would have thought differently about it. But I made the right decision. I know I did. I wouldn't be here. I'd probably be dead. Yeah. What about even when you come here? You're going to get what are you going to use for transportation? You're going to use scooters. Scooters, I found. Like I said, if I was in Bangkok, and I've been riding on two wheels since I was two. I don't think I'd ride. I mean, I looked at we took taxis around there when I've been there, and it's that Pattaya, some places, but like here in Surin and most of the provinces and stuff I've been to, if you know how to ride, you won't have that much problem. You have to watch out for everybody. But I learned that being young on my Harley. When I ride, I'm defensively riding, and it's just a way that I've ridden motorcycles since I was young. I'm always looking out for the other guy. Yeah, dogs too. You're right, and the gravel. Yeah, you definitely have to be careful. Yeah, I have one left, which I just gave to my son. I've got a Triumph Tiger that I was doing motorcycle camping with before I left 2000 and what is it? 2003. Not the most desirable bike, but it had the cases and everything on it. And then I still have I bought brand new in 2008 a Dyna, the one that had the single seat on it. And the only thing that I did off the showroom floors, I did not like the way that it sat. So I had the lowering shocks put on the back, and it was perfect. Bike handled perfect, plenty of horsepower, even with all the smog crap on it. Great bike. So I gave it to my son and told him if he wanted to sell it to help him buy something as far as a house or something like that, to go ahead. It's been at my house for 3 years. He still hasn't picked it up. So, yeah, I like my scooter. It's nice, but like everybody said, you gotta watch, you gotta look, because it doesn't take much. I don't know how old you are. At me, I think I'm tough and all that kind of stuff, but I hit the ground, hit the pavement even at 20 miles an hour, I'm gonna hurt. I'm gonna be in the hospital for a long time, broken hips and all sorts of crud. Think twice about riding. Yeah. Yes, definitely. Feed the dogs. Yeah, carry something. I've been lucky as far as with Soey dogs. I haven't had any. One chased me, and I've been here 2.5 years. But I don't know. They leave me alone. It's really weird with the cops too. Going in and out of Kamala, I would go in. I would go all around Phuket. There'd always be stop. Stay. They never once stopped me. And in Kamala, probably I was only there 8 months. I bet you I went through 50 of them. Okay, maybe more. They never once stopped me, waved me through every time. Anyone that I've been to on any road outside of Surin, in Surin, never stopped me. And I don't know if it's the way I look or whether they don't want to stop, but I see them pulling over a lot of Farangs. But for some reason, they don't want to pull me over. I'll take it. I don't care. Have time. I don't. Let's see. Have a Thai driver's license, actually. 214 car. Yeah. And I went to get it, Robert, because really weird. My driver's license, I haven't taken a test for a driver's license in California for, I want to say 30 years. Okay. They kept on sending me new ones. Well, the last one was good till 2020, my birthday, December 22nd. So before that, I'm going, man, I tried to do it online. They said, basically, I talked to a friend that worked for DMV. They said, because of your age, they're going to make you come in and take an eye test. And because I can't see very well and I have glasses and stuff, and they want to, it doesn't show on my license. I have an M1, I have all that, have for years. And so I tried to see, well, go online, see it. They said no. All right. So she said, well, maybe try calling this and that. Well, about right before beginning of December, I finally got online, and it popped up and said, renew your driver's license, $24.99 or something. I said, wow. So I clicked it. went on its DMV site and gave them the information, checked to see if you're eligible, said, yes, you're eligible. Boom, boom, paid my $24, filled everything out online, sent it to my mom's house. And sure enough, like first week of January, my mom called me up and said, you got your driver's license here. It's good till 2025, I think, or something. So I tried. I said, and I told my wife, I said, I really need to get my scooter license and my driver's license, my car license. I had a universal or whatever they're called driver's license, but I got it when I was in the States over a year ago. So it expired. Got it at AAA or something. I think it was AAA. And so we went in, and the lady said, no, just keep your universal driver's license, send and get your driver's license here and send here. But if you get stopped or pull over, just so we're not gonna take anybody to get their driver's license, at least here in Surin. We're not gonna take anybody in to give them their driver's license until May, first week of May. So I said, okay. And so I haven't gotten pulled over, obviously, but I'll let you guys will be the first to know if I get pulled over and get a ticket for it. But yeah, so I want to get mine. I need to get it. Driving on the left. Yeah, definitely. It did. Now I've been here 2.5 years. I'm pretty okay with driving my scooter. The hardest thing for me was driving her truck. She has a 4-door, newer, what is it? I forget now. Anyway, diesel is that 6-speed and, shifting with your left hand on the wrong side of the freaking car. That took me a while to get used to. The scooter I got used to probably to where I really felt confident in about a year. The car I've just recently gotten comfortable with. I still carry dog food under my seat, only because over at the house there was a mother that had 3 puppies, and I'm feeding them. See, I have a soft spot in my heart for animals and stuff that I never had when I was younger. I know I told you all that I was not I consider myself a good person now. I was not always. We won't go into that. Yes. In fact, I think you need, if you want to drive one under 125 cc's, I think you can have a separate. Over 150 cc's, I know you need or over 125 cc's, I think you need a scooter license and a car license. What does it say, Robert? When I'm riding in Pattaya, they stop me. Anywhere else, never. They never stopped you. Yeah, I don't know. I see some people pulled over, but I had a soy dog bite me. Wow, that sucks. On the heel of my scooter, Pattaya saved me. It was moving too fast. Yeah, got lucky. Yeah, I know that some people carry sticks and stuff like that. I don't usually just cruise around little side streets. I mean, I'm usually on the main road, but yeah, I always wore sandals too. Kind of probably stupid, but I know I rode my Harleys with thongs on before and got a bunch of weird and dirty looks up by my house, up above Fresno by Bass Lake. In the vehicle with the steering wheel on the right side, actually. Yeah, well, that's good, Stuck. I mean, it's hard for me. I've had a hard time with it. I've gotten pretty used to it now. I have to say, I'm fairly comfortable with doing it. I've driven to Ko Chang and driven around here. Mostly when we jump in the truck, though, I let her drive. I don't really want to be bothered. I'd kind of kick back and put the air conditioner on me and relax. All right, guys, my battery's going dead, and I appreciate everybody, man. Thanks very much for watching. I'll do another one in a few days or something until you guys get sick of it, and try to build up some hours on on the thing, and maybe I get some more subscribers. Anyway, thanks everybody. Have a great day. Stuck, Mac, everybody who else is still here. Chris, Jeff, Joe, I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. I'll try to do another one soon. Have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one, guys. What did you guys write? I'll look real quick. Thanks, Stuck. I will tell her. I'm going to have her on one of them too, Joe. She's a good one, let me tell you. All right. Have a good one, guys.